This question says, I read a quote in one of your videos that says to read for action and not for knowledge. So, should I write down the problems I'm facing and later search for a book that would help? Is that the right approach? How do I fulfill what that quote says? And what I'd say to that is, it's not about not learning. It's just that the point of learning in the first place is to be able to take action on that information, or to be able to see the world in a new way, which will lead you to take action on it, instead of just being able to talk about it or sound smart, or worse, to do nothing with it. And as far as writing down problems, there's a quote by Peter Drucker that I really like that I think can help answer this. You see, Peter Drucker, the great management thinker, whose books I recommend, he says that results are obtained by exploiting opportunities, not by solving problems. Now, obviously, it's important to solve problems also, but it's always better to focus on opportunities, because if you solve problems, you'll get, let's say if it's on a scale, you get maybe from -20 back to 0. But if you're focusing on opportunities, you can get to 0 and really build a huge skyscraper and create something great, so to speak. So here are 2 questions that help me know what to search for in a book and what books to read in the first place. The first question says, what is my purpose or goal in life right now? And I think that this is something that, for me to even read in the first place, I have to know the answer to this question, because I need to know what my definite purpose is, because that will determine what sorts of things in books will be helpful to me and what sorts of things that I can turn into action. You know, this is something that Napoleon Hill talks about in all of his books, and it's something I really believe in. I've actually included a YouTube video where he talks about this. It's a rare recording of him, and he talks about definite purpose. I'd even recommend putting it on your phone, listening to it during your travel time. That's what I did, and it was really helpful to me, and I even from time to time I listen to it again. But anyway, I think it's important to know what is your goal, what is your definite purpose, because that will determine what you read and also keep you motivated to keep reading. And then once I know that, whenever I don't really ask myself this, but I guess if I were to put it into words, the second thing I ask myself is, can I use this information to move closer to my goal? So you want to know, that's the test. Does knowing this, does applying this, does taking action on this help me move closer to my goal and help me achieve my dreams? Because if not, I think it's probably just entertainment. So those are my thoughts on that. I hope it helps answer that question.